Hi ተማሪዎች እንደምን አላችሁ? ዛሬ equations involving what system of linear equation into variables የሚለውን እናያለን። For reminding, in our previous session we discussed about what that means equations involving what exponents. Yes, exponents as well as what radicals. How we solve the different examples which are involving exponents and radicals. You can consider examples on this. For instance, if I have this one, 3 to the power of x minus 1 is equal to what? Let's say this is 27. These what? Equations involving what? Exponents. Yes, we can solve this one. To solve such problems, we'll say that we must make what? The bases similar. This means 3 to the power of x minus 1 is equal to what? That is 3 to the power of 3. Since 27 is what? 3 times 3 times 3 times. So they have the same base. If that's so, we equate what? We say that x minus 1 is equal to, that is 3. Which means x is equal to what? That is 4. Yes? Here we have. Similarly, in case of radicals, if we consider such problems, for instance, the square root of x plus 6 is equal to what? Let's say this is equals x. How can we solve this one? This means this is radicalis, so this is equations involving radical. If that's so, we'll try to take out this x plus 6 from the radical. To take out this one, square both sides. This is square of this is equal to what? This is the square of what? The right side. Square both sides. Which is equal to what? This means x plus 6 is equal to what? This is equals x squared. Now it becomes quadratic. This means we collect in the same side. That means minus x minus 6 is equal to 0. Then we find the value of x. The value of x here is what? X squared minus, this is 3x minus, that is plus 2x is minus 6 is equal to 0. We can express like this. Now take x's or common for this one. The first two terms, x is common. X minus 3 here is plus. In the second, the last two terms, their common is what? That is 2. X minus what? That is 3 is equal to what? That is 0. Which is 0. Now we can express this what? A factor of what? 2 factors as a form of 2 factors. That means plus 2 times what? X minus 3 is equal to 0. Now what the value of x? X is equal to what? This is x is equals negative 2 or x is equals what? That is 3. Yes, this is 3. So here we have what? 2 values for x. To say that this value negative 2 and x is equals 3 are solution for these equations involving what? Radicals. We'll try to check these values. Let's check and substitute here. X is negative 2. That means the square root of negative 2 plus 6, which is equals what? The square root of what? This is the square root of 4. The square root of 4 is what? That is 2, since 4 is perfect square, which is equals x is negative 2. Are they equal? No, this is not the answer. Similarly, if you take x is equals 3, check this one. That means 3 plus what? 3 plus 6. Plus 6. Which is equal to what? That means the square root of 9. The square root of 9 is what? Since 9 is perfect, the square root of 9 is what? That is 3. Which is equal to the value x, that is 3. So this one is the answer. So the correct answer for this one is what? The answer is what? X is equals 3 is the correct solution for this problem. This is the correct one. So after observing examples, that means equations involving exponents and radicals, today we'll come to our section that is equations involving system of linear equation into variables የሚለውን እንዴት አድርገን ሶልቭ እንደምናደርግ we'll consider different problems here. As I told you before, that means if you say that 3x minus y is equals, for instance, here is 7. The other one, let's say this is x plus y is equal to, for instance, here is, let's say this 5. You see? You know that this is what? A linear equation. This one's what? A linear equation. So when you combine them together, this becomes a system of linear equation into variables, since the variables also 2. So how can I solve such problems? In this case, what's that? you can use what? Different methods to solve such problems. And we will see the relation between what? The coefficient of x's and y's in this system of equation. That means here we have 3 for the first x, here we have -1 for the first equation for y. The same for the second one, the coefficient x is 1, the coefficient y is 1, and here we have the constant for the first row of 7, the constant for the second is what? 5. We will see all these relations also, the relationship between these factors. That means A, C, B, D, E, F. How type of relationship they have to be a solution for the given system of linear equation. We all observe such things. So to solve such problems, we may use what? Different methods. As you are familiar, it may be what? It may be elimination method. Elimination or what? We say that cancellation method. We may use what? That is substitution method. We may use what? That is a graphical method. The other one may use what? Kramer's rule. So, to solve such problems, you may use either of what? Such case. And what it looks like. We observe all the things in this example or in this section. Again, we may have what? Solution type. The solution may be what? Solution type may be what? May have what? Solutions. Maybe you have unique or one solution. You may have unique or one solution. One solution, it may be what? Many or infinitely many solutions. You may have many solutions. The other one may no have solution. No solution. May no solution. So the solution type also what? Either of this one. It may be what? One solution, that is unique solution. It may be what? Infinitely many solution. It may be what? No solution. What the relationship between these coefficients of the variables looks like to have one solution, many solution, and no solution. We will see all the things with examples. Now let us consider this one. In case solve the following system of equation. To solve this one, we may use what? The methods that we discussed above. We may use cancellation method, substitution method, graphical method, or Kramer's rule. Let's observe this one. This we can use what? Cancellation method. Since the coefficient of y at the first row, that is what? The first equation is +1, as the second -1, so we simply take what? The sum of this. Since y cancel with each other. Since the coefficients are what? In opposite side. X plus 2x is that is 3x. This y plus minus y, that is what? 0. 5 plus 4, that is 9. What the value of x? To find the value of x, divide both sides by 3. That is x is equal to what? X is equal to 3. We obtain x is equal to 3. After obtaining x is equal to 3, we can find the value of y by substituting either in the first equation or what? Second equation. Let's try to solve using what? The first equation. That means x is 3. So 3 plus y is equal to what? That is 5. What the value of y? Y is equal to what? That is 2. Here we go. So if we ask it the solution set for this one, we can express the solution set for this using what? The ordered pair. Since we have what? Two ordered pairs. That means x comma y. That means the value of x is what? That is 3. The value of y is what? That is 2. So this is the solution set for our system of linear equation. Use here what? Cancellation method. We use substitution. In case of substitution, we can substitute y in terms of x or x in terms of y. That means from the first one, we may take what? What is y? Y is equal to what? That means 5 minus x. So we substitute this value or this function in the forms of what? The second one. That means 2x minus y means what? That is 5 minus x. Which is equal to what? Is equal to 4. What does this imply? This implies 2x plus what? X, since minus 5 minus x is what? That becomes plus x. Minus 5 is equal to, that is 4. What value this one? 2x plus x is what? That is 3x. Which is equal to what? Take negative 5 to the right side, it becomes what? Plus. So it is 9. Divide both sides to find the value of x, divide by 3. This is x is equal to what? That is 3. Similarly, y means what? We said y is equal to what? This is 5 minus x. That means 5 minus 3, which is equal to 2. So we get the same result as we did before. The other one, in case graphically, we can show this. We can sketch the graph. To sketch the graph of such linear equation, it is better to take what? Finding the intercepts. After finding the intercepts, we can join the intercepts and the line passed through the intercept is what? The graph of the given line or equation, sorry. X plus y. When x is 0, x is 0 means what? Y-intercept. What's that? The value that is 5. When y is 0, that is x-intercept. The value of x is what? That is what? 5. So, the graph, it passes through what? This intercept. This is what? This is x plus y equals 5. Similarly, we can find the graph of what? The second equation. That means 2x minus y is equals 4. But that, when x is 0, the value of y is what? The value of y is, this is negative what? Negative 4. Similarly, when y is 0, the value of x is what? That is 2. Yes, this is 2. So, joining this intercept, we can sketch the graph of what? This one. Let's take, this is 4. This is equation of a line, which is 2x minus y is equal to, that is 4. So we can sketch the graph. So the point where the two lines intersect at this point. This point of intersection is the solution for the system of points. That is what? 3, 2. This is intersection point. This intersection point indicates what? The solution for what? The given system of linear equation. So we can use what? Either cancellation method or substitution method or graphical method to solve such problems. The other one, you may use what? Kramer's rule. Let us consider the next one. That means you may apply Kramer's rule. Kramer's rule. In that case, you will try to find the coefficient of these variables. That means the coefficient for x is what? Here is 1 for the first row, 1 for y. The second one, 2 for x, negative 1 for y. And expressed as a product of what? xy is equivalent to what? The constant. It is 5, 4. You can express. So, if first you'll try to find what? The determinant of what? This coefficient matrix. What's that? Let's say this is D. D is equals determinant of that. 1, 1, 2, minus 1. Take the determinant. This is equals what? 1 times minus 1. Yes? 1 times negative 1. Minus what? 1 times what? That is 2. Which is equal to what? This is equals negative 1 minus 2 is what? That is negative 3. Which is different from what? Different from 0. After finding this one, you'll try to find the remaining determinant. That means, let's say dx. That means we substitute the coefficient of x by the constant that b, which becomes what? Determinant. This is what? Coefficient first row, that is 5. Second row, that is 4. Coefficient of y, take it as negative 1, as it is. Which is equal to, this is 5 times minus 1. Minus 1 times what? This is 4. It's 4. 5 times negative 1, that is negative 5, yes? Here is what? Negative 4, which is equal to what? This is equals negative 9. Similarly, find the value that is dy, coefficient y, which is equals to what? The determinant. Substitute the coefficient of y by the constant b. Take x's coefficient as it is. Here is 5, here is 4. which is equivalent to 1 times 4 minus what? This is 5 times 2, which is equivalent to 4 minus what? That is 10. What is that? Which is equivalent to negative 6. We obtained this values. This one. After finding this one, that means the value for x is what? The value of x is equivalent to what? Determinant with respect to x over what? That is d. Which is equivalent to what? That means negative 9 divided by negative what? 3. Which is equivalent to what? That is 3. Similarly, y is equivalent to what? You know that. dy by d, which is equal to what? dy is what? Negative 6. d is what? That is what? Negative 3. Which is equals 2. So, the solution we obtained what? That is 3 and the same solution as we did before. Solution for x is that is 3. For y is what? 2. So, these are the solution that you will try to find such system of linear equation into variables, either of what? The Cramer's rule or the other method that we discussed before. So, we can find like this. What observe here, in case of Cramer's rule, you can observe the ratio or the difference between them. That means the coefficient for the first x is what? That is 1. In our case, that is a from the given system of equation that we write in general form. Divide by 4b, that is c is what? That is 2. This divided by, this is c. Is different from what? The coefficient for y, that is b, divided by what? That is d. In our case, b is what? That is 1, divided by negative 1. Yes, this one is what? Half. This one is what? Negative 1. Yes, they are different or no? They are different. Similarly, this also differ with what? The ratio of the constants. That means 5 divided by 4. If that's so, this implies that the system of linear equation has what? One unique solution. Unique solution. That means a divided by c is different from b divided by d, which is different from what? C, e divided by f. We may not take this one, even if it is 0, 0, whatever the case, we may obtain what? The value. But if this different, we call that the system of linear equation has unique solution. Not only this one, you can consider what? Only this. A, C, different from what? B, D. This indicates that the system of linear equation what? Unique solution. Or in other words, the determinant, that means AD minus BC is different from 0. If that's so, this implies still what? The same as this one. That means the system of linear equation has a unique solution. As we did before, you have to take what? The x and y intercepts. When to find x-intercept, y make y what? This is 0. What's the value of x? The value of x here is what? That is 4. 4. When x is 0, that means y-intercept, the value of y is what? That is 4. It is 4. So to sketch the graph of this one, you have to join what? The intercepts. That similarly, when try to sketch the graph of what? The second line, which is equal to what? Let's take the second one. When x is 0, the value of y is what? That is 8. That is 8. It is, let's say this one is 8. Similarly, when y is 0, the value of x is what? That is what? 8. Now, let's try to join what? This intercepts. Now, we can join this intercepts, you see, passing through what? 8. As you observe this one, that means what? What looks like the graph? The graph of this two system of linear equation looks like what? They are parallel. Lines are what? Lines look like what? They are parallel. If they are parallel, they never intersect at any point. This implies what? This linear system of linear equation into variables has no solution. Lines are parallel or they never meet, never intersect. Since two lines are parallel means what? They never intersect anywhere. Yes? If that's so, this implies what? The system has no solution. Application for the above that we consider system of linear equation into variables. What says that the difference of what? Two numbers is what? That is 6. This is UEE means what? University Entrance Exam. It is taken from there. The difference of two numbers is what? That is 6. Let's say x, two numbers are what? X and y. X minus y is equal to what? Let's say 6. The sum of numbers is 6. and the sum of what? 4 times the larger number. That means it says 4 times the larger, let's say that is x, plus what? Twice of the smaller. That means twice of y is equivalent to what? Which is equals to 48. So then which one of the following is the value of what? The larger number. What is the larger, x or y? We say that is x. So we'll try to cancel the value or y from this. When to cancel y, you have to multiply what? The coefficient for y. For the second equation is 2. For the first is what? -1. So multiply the first by 2. Which is equal to what? Which is 2x minus 2y is equal to what? That is 12. Similarly, the second one, that means 4x plus 2y is equal to what? That is 48. No change for the case of second row or second equation. Now, when you take their sum, this is equal to what? 2x plus 4x, that is 6x, which is equal to -2y plus 2y is what? That is 0. 12 plus 48 is what? That is 16. So, to find x, divide both sides by 6. This is by 6. What the value of x? X is equal to, that is 10. So, we say that x minus y, that means the larger is x. So, the value of x is that is 10. The choice is what? That is 10. A unique solution. Now let us consider this one. Similarly, you can solve either of the 4 methods that you apply. For our purpose, I want to show only what? 2. Using cancellation method or elimination method, and the other one Kramer's rule. I only show these 2. So to cancel this one, you have to multiply what? The coefficient for x here is what? 1. Coefficient for the second is 2. So to cancel y, we multiply what? The first by -2, which is equal to what? Which is equal to -2x minus, this is 4y, is equal to what? Negative what? 10. You have to multiply all by -2. The second row, take it as it is by 1. 2x plus 4y is equal to what? Which is equal to 10. After that, take their sum. -2x plus 2x is what? That is 0. -4y plus 4y is what? That is 0. Which is equal to -10 plus 10 is what? 0. What does imply? This implies that 0 is equal to what? 0. Yes, 0 is always equivalent to 0, yes? Yes, they are equal. If that's so, this implies that this shows that this system of linear equation into variables has infinitely many solutions. It has infinitely many solutions. Similarly, we can apply Kramer's rule. Kramer's rule. As I told you before, we can also apply Kramer's rule to find the solution. That means, in case of the coefficient matrix, here is what? The coefficient is what? The variable. Here is what? 1 for x, 2 for y, 2, here is what? 4. Which is equal to what? Which is equal to 1 times 4 is what? 4. 2 times 2 is what? 4. 4 minus 4, that means 4 minus 4 is equal to what? 0. Similarly, what about dx coefficient? Substitute the value of x or coefficient of x by constant b. That means 5, 10. Values of y, that is what? 2, 4. Take this one. 5 times 4 is what? That is 20. Minus 2 times 10 is what? That is 20. 20 minus 20, that is 0. Similarly, what about dy? The same way. Take that is the coefficient for x is what? 1 and 2. Coefficient for y is what? That is what? Substituted by constant b, that is 10. Which is equal to what? This is 10 minus what? 10. Which is equal to 0. What does it imply? This implies that the value of x is what? This is what? Dx by what? By d. Which is equal to what? 0 over 0. Yes? Similarly, for y is equal to what? Dy by d. Yes? Which is equal to what? 0 over 0. Yes? Both are what? Indeterminate forms. Yes? Indeterminate form. That means they are indeterminate form. If that's so, this implies that the system of linear equation into variables has more than one solution or infinite solution. We can say infinite solution. Or In other words, if we substitute in case of ratio, if you take in case of ratio, that means what? This implies A over what? C is equal to what? B over D from general form D, which is equals what? E over what? F. This implies that this shows that the system of this linear equation into variables has infinitely many solutions, or we can say many solutions. That means what? They are dependent and consistent. That we call the system is what? The system is consistent and dependent. One depends on the other. They are dependent. In other words, what other we can generalize them, what they looks like. This is the way of solving what? With many solutions. You have to use any method that you want, but we say that it has infinite solution if you have such case 0 is equal 0, or you may what 2 is equals to also the same. If 2 is equals to 3 is equals 3, whatever the case, if the two numbers are equal, that implies that the system of linear equation into variables has many solutions, because they are consistent and dependent. In case of one solution or unique solution, we say that what? The system is what? It is consistent, but they are independent. One doesn't depend on the other. Or we may not express one linear equation in terms or in forms of what? The other linear equation. That means what? In this case, we can express what? Line 1 as a forms what? This is some constant times what? L2, or vice versa. That means one depends on the other, or one is what? Some factor multiple of the other. In case of what? One solution, or we call this is it has what? Unique solution. Unique solution. Yeah, it has only one unique solution or one solution. In that case, what? The lines or system of the equations are what? They are consistent, but and independent. They are independent. That means we can express L1 as forms what? Of equals with what? Some constant times L2. We can't express. They are different. The other one, let us consider this is what with the case of what? No solution. That means x plus y is equals 4, x plus y is equals 8. Solve this one using what? The way that you want. Either cancellation method, substitution method, Cramer's rule, or graphical method, what you want. Let's consider using cancellation. To cancel this one, since all the coefficients of x are what? Equal. They are equal. We can cancel this by multiplying the first by what? -1. Which is equal to, this is equals, this is -x minus y is equal to what? -4. Similarly, for the second row, that means take it as this, x plus y is equal to what? That is 8. Here we are. Now, take the sum of them. -x plus x, that is 0, plus -y plus y, that is 0, which is equals what? -4 plus 8 is what? That is 4. What says this is 0 is equal to 4. Are they equal? No. 0 cannot be equals 4. This implies that the system has no solution. This system of linear equation into variables has no solution. They are inconsistent. Or in other words, you may sketch the graph of this one. You can use using graphical method or Cramer's rule also. Let's apply Cramer's. In that case, take the determinant of the coefficient. The coefficient is what? Here is D is equals what? Coefficient matrix. Here is 1, 1, 1. They are equal. Which is 1 times 1 is what? This is equals 1. 1 times 1, 1 minus 1 is what? This is equals what? 0. Now determinant D is 0. Take the other determinant. Determinant dx is equals what? Which is 4, 8, and here is 1, 1. Which is equal to what? Which is equals 4 times 1, that is 4. Minus 1 times 8, that is 8, minus 8. Which is equals what? -4. Similarly, what about dy? dy is equals what? Coefficient of x, take it as it is, 1, 1. Coefficient of y substituted by the constant, that is bis, this is 8. What for? 1 times 8 is what? That is 8. Minus 1 times 4 is what? That is 4, which is equals what? Again, 4. So, what observe here? The coefficient matrix is what? Determinant of coefficient matrix is 0. It is 0, but the other different from 0. If that's so, this implies that it doesn't have any solution. Or, in other words, that means A over, that is C, is equals what? B over D. But this is different from E over F. If that's so, we call that the system linear equation doesn't have solution. Or if the determinant AD minus BC is equal to 0, this indicates that what? This indicates that the system doesn't have what? Solution, has no solution. But this one is different from 0. The coefficient for this one is different from 0. That means, in other words, the x and dy are different from 0. So, if we sketch the graph of this one also, so when we generalize the above system of linear equation into variables, we consider what? The following. What the first, it says that types of solution. Here we have the solution type. Here we have what? The condition we have. And we may interpret, yes, there is interpretation of that one. If say that it is unique solution, the first one we say that is unique solution, or we call that is one solution. The second one we may have what? Infinitely what? Many solution. Infinitely many solution, you can say. Infinite solution or many solution. The third case we have what? No solution. No solution. Here what? So the general system of linear equation into variables we consider here is what? Ax plus this is by is equals E. We say that Cx plus this is dy is equal to what? We say this is F. According to these quotients. The condition, that means what? This implies what? A over C is different from what? B over what? D. Or we can say that this is AD minus BC different from B. What? We interpret this one what? The lines are what? Intersect at one point. Lines intersect. They intersect at one point. Intersect at a point. Point line intersect ያደርጋሉ. That means it has what? One solution. In case of infinitely many solution, that means what? A over what? C is equals what? That is B over D. This also what? Is equals what? E over what? F. That means what? Lines are what? Overlapping. They mean the same line. Lines are the same. The same line. The lines are the same. Or the lines are what? Overlapping. Overlap with each other. In case of the last one, it has no solution means what? That means it says that no solution, A over C is what? Is equals B over D. Or in other words, particularly AD minus BC is equals what? 0. If that's so, this implies no solution. Or lines are what? Parallel. Lines are parallel. So we can generalize these things about the system of linear equations into variables. We can say that. That means in case if they have unique solution or one solution, that means determinant of the coefficient matrix for the given system of linear equation is different from 0, or the lines intersect what? At a point. In case of infinitely many solution or many solution, in that case what? All these ratios are what? Equal and the lines are the same. That means the lines are overlapping. In case of no solution, that means the lines are what? Parallel. They never intersect at any point. Never meet at any point. Parallel or never intersect. Never meet at any point. So we have these cases to solve system of linear equation into variables. In this case, if you have any question regarding this, you are welcome and you can inform us using what? Our channel, that is the YouTube, as well as the Telegram bot that we have.
Next lesson, solving equations involving rational expressions.